Delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Happy to be out here. As this event kicks off, our featured group consists of 2 players that appear to have entered into this fantastic rivalry.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player is looking to beat Lydia Ko, which, let's be honest, will take all their skill and poise.
Oh, absolutely. This will be a certain KO for this player. I can't imagine that Lydia's going to let anybody beat her. When we talk about young phenoms, Lydia comes to mind. She's got it all.
Ding, ding, ring that bell. Let the bout begin. A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. This would be a great up and down. Ooh, that almost went down.
Thanks for joining me this evening. Have you got this game yet? I do, as a matter of fact, I think. It's been a long time, been about 8 months. What was I playing when you watched me last? Cold War? Oh, Rocket League. Okay, that's right, that's right. Yeah, I haven't been on Rocket League in a little bit. I was playing that for a while. I played all last season, and then we got in the new season. I haven't been on that much. You running Rocket League tonight?
Hello and welcome back to our coverage of this PGA Tour event already in progress. We're picking up the action on the first hole. Let's get into it. If he makes this, he'll save his par. Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
I had a good day. I lost at golf earlier. That's why I'm getting some practice in now. Got a new controller.
And as we take a look at the leaderboard, and there he is.
Makes a difference. Or this game's just really tough.
Your leader.
It is tough anyway, but
Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort, Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
yeah, my son got a present I sent him today too.
Not
so
quite the
it was a
shot he
good
was
day.
wanting. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
I finally
This
got
is
to him. It took
looking
4 days.
around 115
Oh,
yards
okay.
out.
Have a good one. Good day. Oh, I missed it.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
Short.
Look like this one's heading to the beach. And here we are with the third shot. Okay, so that's step one, but now got to hold a mid-range putt. What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup.
Hey, nice looking line. There it is. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She got one back on that last hole.
Here's Lydia Ko.
Good shot.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward, and there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
This one should find the rough. That's a heavy lie this player has drawn.
No, this is like hitting it into a head of cabbage. I mean, it literally is just awful.
Opting for the 6-iron. This one needs to kick left. Now that looked pretty good the whole way. 13 feet to the hole. And that will drop in for birdie.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. And now we can take a look at how that wonderful play affects the leaderboard. The fourth hole, the first of the par threes on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Lovely effort, that. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it.
This is all that's left to pull ahead of Lydia Ko. They're going to try to apply some pressure here.
Ooh, right by the hole. A par putt on the table. This one started out on a good line. And that's a master stroke. It not only improves their position in the field, they're now ahead of their rival. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5. Uh-oh, this one leaking out to the right.
Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And here we are with their fourth. Just 2 shots behind. This putt is about 10 feet from the hole.
He's got this for his part.
This one's looking good.
Oh, that's a clutch par.
This guy is putting the lights out of it this week.
He's currently tied for 8th. The 6th hole at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich. It's a challenging one, isn't it?
If you find the fairway off the tee here, you are an amazing human being. The fairway tilts from right to left very significantly. Holding the fairway is almost impossible.
That's not the one he wanted. This shot from the first cut of rough.
Nice out the rough here.
Sitting at 1 under. Currently tied for 8th place. Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here. And down she goes. Currently 1 under for the tournament. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left, and you'll be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface.
Right there. Perfect.
That was a beauty. Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
It's been a little up and down, but she's just 1 stroke back from her rival.
That was a gallant attempt. Okay, time to return to the action.
Gallant attempt.
Oh, this would be a good putt to make, and with it, a share of 3rd spot. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
Needs this one to kick right. Good shot there.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
Oh, that's almost a gimme. Great chip.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Just 2 shots back after that hole. Striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill, and once again with the pin position over on the right hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
This shot from 120 yards. 2 strokes off the lead. Going with the 8-iron here.
This one needs to kick left and kick left hard.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And this one is for his par. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
One stroke behind her rival this week.
Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Here we go, Rich. The back nine on Sunday. What are your thoughts so far?
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete. Nicely done.
Second shot here on the 10th hole. Opting for the 9-iron.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
What a skillful approach shot. This player not holding back in their rivalry with Lydia Ko.
Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Looks like they may have pushed that one. Well, that's a bit disappointing. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway. You can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green and two, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
It's a brave one. Driver off the deck. Getting ready to play their third. He's 2 shots back. Oh, yes! What a shot. And that'll promote a good move up the standings. And let's have one more look at that shot.
Yeah, Seve would be envious of this one. What a chip in.
And now we have this player currently sharing top spot on the leaderboard with the legendary Tiger Woods.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee. A short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
Rich, obviously, and we've joked about it a fair bit in this game, that you've been one of the rare players to take Tiger Woods down in his prime. But what was it like to play in the Tiger era, just how dominant he was?
It was simply amazing. You knew that each and every week that he showed up to a tournament, you better have your game ready to go, because you assumed that he was going to be firing at all cylinders. Because even when he wasn't, his game was still good enough to beat most everybody in those fields. You wanted him there because you always want to test yourself against the best. However, if you weren't playing very well, you're kind of fearful teeing it up, because you just knew that your best at that moment in time wasn't nearly going to be good enough to beat Tiger, no matter what he brought to the table. He made each and every player look at their game in a different way and try and dissect it in order to weed out anything that didn't really need to be worked on and got them more specific in the areas that they weren't good at. Their deficient areas, whether it's the short game, the driver, the iron play, whatever it is. But Tiger really made you take a long, hard look at your game and figure out where it's at, because you knew that you had to be at your best to beat him.
Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely... I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
Looks like a lovely little draw there. That should set up another chance. Trying to get to 6 under now with this putt.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Didn't that look good for a long time? Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
This is what they have left for par.
That's well holed. And after that hole, the standings have this player in 2nd place, just behind Tiger Woods. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The 3rd shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. If you find the fairway with your 2nd shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your 3rd in there close.
And Rich, we talked about so much and we heard so many of them throughout the years. A Tiger roar just sounded different to any other roar on the golf course. Explain just the energy of that and what you endured.
Well, the Tiger roars usually involved about 35,000 folks, and any other roar was about 3,500. So that was already a massive difference. You just knew it. There's just an energy in the air. When you heard a roar go up, you immediately could tell whether it was Tiger or it was somebody else. And it all kind of depends on how you were affected by it. And I think that where a lot of players got into trouble was listening for the roars and listening what kind of roar it was. And when they let it into their head that it was a Tiger roar, then I need to do something better. I need to change it up real quick. And in fact, that's probably what hurt them more than anything else. But listen, when Tiger did something fantastic, everybody on the golf course knew it was him.
Just didn't drop. Oh, a 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these. It's on a good line for the par. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
Wow, what a save.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently on top of things right now. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. This looks to be heading to the green. Oh, that was so close to going in. That's a super shot. That's another green in regulation.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
This one's from downtown.
Oh, they're going to walk this one in.
Well, this is a putt for the lead. Keep your focus.
Yes, 3 holes to go. This is getting to be a nail biter.
It's on a great line. You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. Oh, how handy is that? Move him into top spot. And after that hole, they currently lead in first place with John Rahm a close second.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done. Absolutely tattooed that drive.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135. Wow, that one was a fairway splitter.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. That's a pretty handy shot. That's a great shot here at 16 and sets up a chance for birdie.
Gotta like their chances from there.
Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Going with a 3-wood here. Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Leading by a couple after that hole. The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the Snake Pit, and this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill, but if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
Wonderful shot into the 18th and a chance for birdie. It's been an impressive display today. Make this and you'll sign off on a 62. And as that putt drops to the bottom, Rich, they are now the Valspar champion. What a performance.
Yeah, what a performance. What a win. I mean, just this player was just amazing all week long.
Well, they came, they saw, and they conquered. They took down a fierce rival, and that's a victory they should be proud of, Henny.
Yes, Luke, no one could catch this player, let alone their rival.
Well, that was a thrilling day, and on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Valero Texas Open. Today's coverage is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, what a gorgeous day as this event kicks off our featured group. Well, we've got two players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
Yeah, so this week their goal is to beat Jon Rahm. Henny, that is by no means an easy feat.
No, if Jon Rahm is fired up, sparks could fly, you want to be out of the way, and he's just going to go straight through like a Spanish bull.
Yes, he's fire and brimstone, isn't he, Jon Rahm? All the Americans couldn't beat him in a Ryder Cup. This player, well, it's an ambitious rivalry to say the least. This would be a great up and down. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Just a short putt remaining here. He finds himself in a share of eighth. Let's head across to the second, which is a par 5, but a long one, stretching over 600 yards.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
And here we are with the third shot. Nicely done. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And down it goes.
Needed it. Needed that in a big way, chipping in for the par.
And he's down there. You got a read?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
He was on a good line. An opportunity to make their par. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. And with that, he'll stay right there at even par. Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
A 7-footer right here.
Solid little par putt here.
Nice stroke. Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. The fourth is one of the stronger par 4s at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Oh, the breeze has just got up. You see where the flags are flickering, and it's straight back up into this player.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Oh, well done. Chance to sneak into the top 5 here. Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. Well, that's a lovely way to make a move into the top 5. Moments like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay.
Well, Luke, I think he's found his distance.
Currently 1 under for the round. Well, TPC San Antonio gives you a few chances to get after the golf course, Rich, and right here at the 5th, there's a decision to be made off the tee.
This is an excellent opportunity to be brave, knock it on with the driver. If you lay back with an iron, a very straightforward pitch, but I just don't see the players wanting to lay up. Pretty good shot there.
A tie for 3rd spot on the leaderboard, up for grabs if he can hold this. Looking good. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Chance to move up into the top 20 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make here. Ooh. So after that hole, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
Oh, that was pure. The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number 1, because he seemingly has 0 weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the 3rd hole. Anything missed out to the right in a low area that will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
It's a little wayward.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
Playing their 5th shot. And back to the play, shall we? And from the greenside rough here. close was that to going down? Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. As we head now to the par 5 next. It's heading to the rough for mine. Well, the Valero Texas Open is such a hugely popular and famous event in this great state of Texas. I know as a proud Texan, Beamer, this was one you wanted to win at some stage in your life. You get the cowboy boots for winning here. But TPC San Antonio, it really sorts out the players, doesn't it?
It does that and possibly more, Luke. I have to say that coming to this tournament, since its inception here at TPC San Antonio, I was a little dumbfounded on exactly how to play it because there was danger everywhere. It's just one of these golf courses where it's relentless, where you just don't feel like you stand on any particular shot and feel like it's easy. Like you can breathe easily and go ahead and let it go. Maybe on 1 or 2 holes, but that's about it. There is danger seemingly everywhere, especially off the tee around this golf course. Most notably, the 9th hole, where one player hit his first shot to the right, and then it stayed right, and then stayed right, and then all added up to a 16. So there you go. I think that's the highest score ever recorded at a PGA Tour event as well, a 16. Where? At TPC San Antonio.
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Second shot here on the 9th. And choosing the 8-iron here. Great looking shot this.
Yeah, the wind's really starting to blow, but that didn't faze them.
This putt will move them to 3 under par.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Get excited. This could go in. And that's for birdie. Well holed. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Wow, that almost went in the hole. And after this hole, that's how it looks. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. As players make the turn, they find themselves on the tee at the 10th.
Generous driving area on this downhill par 4 that doglegs slightly from left to right. Second shot will be back up the hill to a green that's well protected by 3 bunkers. This is a good birdie opportunity if you find the fairway.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number 1, because he seemingly has 0 weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now.
Come on, ball. Don't deny him.
Now, that mighty shot was certainly worth a move up the leaderboard. Let's see what it's done. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
Going with the 8-iron here.
They've decided to club up.
Well, at least it's on the green. That's the positive.
Would need to make a long putt to secure a birdie.
Ooh, that almost went down. An opportunity here to move into a tie for first. Ooh, that looks like a pure stroke. Currently at -3 for the event. Rich, this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by two of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
Handy effort, that one. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
It's got a chance. And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's catch up with Jon Rahm.
Wind moving the golf ball left to right.
Oh, stop it. What a shot. And how did that great shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Thirteen's a long par 3 measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. You come up short, and those bunkers, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
This is an extremely long putt. They might even have to hinge on this one.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Oh, that's the hands of a surgeon. Lovely touch.
Great touch.
Par putt coming up here. Good putt, that.
Let's go to our man John on the ground. There's something brewing down there. Let's find out what it is.
Well, guys, I'm down here on the 14th, and this is Tony Finau.
That was clinical. Beautifully played.
Chip in for birdie. That's always a nice feeling.
So with another hole behind us, let's take a look at the leaderboard. What do you think of the 14th, Rich? A par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
An eagle putt awaits. Six feet remaining to the cup. That's frustrating. A par putt awaits. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could...
This shot is about 140 yards out.
Went straight down.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
This one's going to the right.
Getting ready to play their third. Only 1 shot off the pace. Playing their 4th shot. He's right in the hunt, just a shot off the pace. Seven feet to the cup. Don't mind the look of this. And the putt drops now at 3 under, heading down the stretch.
And they're going to have to really focus in here to try and chase down that leader.
Here's John Rahm. And with that hole behind us, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. As we find ourselves at the 16th, the par 3. Great entertainment here, Rich, especially with the centre bunker.
Love this hole. Probably my favorite one on the golf course, even with that bunker in the middle. The back portion of this green actually is an amphitheater, so anything missing a little bit long on both sides should wander back onto the green.
This is a good time to get hot with the tournament on the line. Oh, well played. Into birdie range here at the 16th.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
And with that putt, he's bounced back immediately from his previous drop shot. And that will take him to 4 under. He's currently tied for second.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
As we get down the stretch here at TPC San Antonio, there's a number of options that can be taken. This 17th's a fascinating hole.
Luke, if it's playing downwind, a driver is a must. If it's back into the wind, take out the iron for safety.
That should find the fairway. We'll now move over to John Rahm.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Okay, let's get back to the action. What a good opportunity you've got here. Let's hole it.
Always rooting for this player, Luke. I hope this one goes.
This one's tracking. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade.
And I like it. 2 in a row.
He's currently in the second position.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
Well, while the closing hole at TPC San Antonio can be reached in 2, Rich, it's all set up by the tee shot.
Tee shot must find the fairway. If not, you have water hazards left and bunkers right that will gobble up that second shot if you're slightly out of position.
Well, this could alter the line of the shot. Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Oh, no. This is nasty. Just no.
Oh, you see that one bouncing around the branches like a pinball machine? Well, this is an important shot for this player. Knock it close, set up a birdie, and force that play off. Hoping for a bounce here, preferably to the left. Well, that's one job complete, Rich. They've shimmied their way onto the dance floor.
Yes, but can they keep their dancing shoes on, Luke? They need this putt to force the playoff.
Putting for birdie here.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
Well, I didn't see it coming, Rich, but this one's going to a playoff. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got extra holes coming your way.
Oh, everybody loves a playoff, Luke. I'm excited about this.
This will be intense, Rich. So much pressure, and these players won't be stopping until one of them wins the hole. Buckle up.
Luke, I'm ready. Let's go.
You've arrived at a par 5.
Made a birdie in regulation. What can they produce now? No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Time for the second shot on the 18th. And here we are with the third shot. Lining up here for a chance to win the tournament. What a putt to make. Well, that was a Texas-sized performance by our champion. They have now added the Valero Texas Open to their list of wins.
After this victory, Luke, I'm pretty sure this player is going to have a little bigger hitch in his giddy-up.
Well, that'll put a smile on the dial, won't it, Rich? What an outstanding performance.
And making quick work in this playoff, getting the win on the first extra hole.
Well, thank you, sports fans. Hope you enjoyed all the coverage of our playoff finale. And from myself and all the dedicated people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.
Hello and welcome to this lesson on clubs and shot types. We're going to dig through that golf bag a little bit and I'll tell you a few simple tricks you can use to navigate some of the situations you find yourself in on the course. Okay, so for this shot you're hitting into the wind. This means you are going to have to club up, or in other words, use a longer club. So let's press the change club button until you get to the pitching wedge, then just pop this shot onto the green. Well, that didn't quite pan out. Let's give that another go. Well done on that lesson. Now, it's only a matter of time before you find yourself in a situation where the normal shot type is just not going to do. Now, to get on the green from here, you are going to need a chip shot. So let's press the change shot type button until you get to the chip shot, and then chip that ball nice and close to the pin with your next stroke. Not quite. Let's try that again. Well, not quite. Let's try that again. That was well done. Information about the current lie of your ball is available always in the top right corner of the screen. This will give you a range of how much spin and power your shot will retain, and then you can use that info to adjust your shot accordingly. For this particular situation, let's change our club to the sand. Nice work. And now that you know a thing or two about... Hello there and welcome to the lesson on advanced shots. In this lesson, we're going to learn about techniques you're going to want to master if you want to compete with the pros. In this situation, we are going to need to take a partial swing. If you chip this with full power, it's going to blow right by the hole. So, we are going to have to move our aim marker closer to us to compensate. Move the aim marker a little bit closer to you. See if you can get about a 75% power chip. And then use the backswing meter at the bottom of your screen to dial in the proper strength for this chip. All right, that didn't pan out. Let's give it another go. Well, you've got that one down. You're going to come across situations like this one where you want to adjust the spin and loft of your shot. In this case, we want to land our shot on the green softly without a whole lot of roll. And for that, we need to add some backspin. Hold down the true shot button and move your aim stick down to increase your loft and backspin. And then have a go at this pin. And see if you can land it nice and soft and close. Not quite. Let's try that one again. Not quite there, is it? Let's try again. Not quite. Let's reset and try again. That didn't quite pan out. I guess we'll try again. Well, no need to linger on this lesson. Applying a fade or draw to your golf shot is a great tool to have at your disposal. By holding down the true shot button and moving the aim stick to the left, you can apply a fade. By moving the aim stick right, you can apply a draw to the ball flight. To complete this lesson, apply a fade to your next shot and watch that ball curl gently back into the middle of the driving range. Well, that didn't work. Let's try that one again. All right, that didn't pan out. Let's try that again. Good job on that one. This is the end of the advanced shots. Hello and welcome to this lesson on clubs and shot types. We're going to dig through that golf bag a little bit, and I'll tell you a few simple tricks you can use to navigate some of the situations you find yourself in on the course. Okay, so for this shot, you're hitting into the wind. This means you are going to have to club up, or in other words, use a longer club. So let's press the change club button until you get to the great work. Looks like you've got the hang of that. Now, it's only a matter of time before you find yourself in a situation where the normal shot type is just not going to do. Now, to get on the green from here, you are going to need a chip shot. So let's press the change shot type button until you get to the chip shot, and then chip that ball nice and close to the pin with your next stroke. We'll chalk that one up as a success. Information about the current lie of your ball is available always in the top right corner of the screen. This will give you a range of how much spin and power your shot will retain, and then you can use that info to adjust your shot accordingly. For this, well, you've got the hang of this one. And now that you know it, hello there and welcome to the lesson on advanced shots. In this lesson, we're going to learn about techniques you're going to want to master if you want to compete with the pros. In this situation, we are going to need to take a partial swing. If you chip, great work on that one. You're going to come across situations like this one where you want to adjust the spin and loft of your shot. In this case, we want to land our shot on the green softly without a whole lot of roll. And for that, we need to add some backspin. Hold down the true shot button and move your aim stick down to increase your loft and backspin, and then have a go at this pin and see if you can land it nice and soft and close. Let's just go ahead and give that another try. I don't think you got that quite. Let's best to try that again. Good job. Applying a fade or draw to your golf shot is a great tool to have at your disposal. By holding down the true shot button and moving the aim stick to the left, you can apply a fade. By moving the aim stick right, you can apply a draw to the ball flight. To complete this lesson, apply a fade to your next shot and watch that ball curl gently back into the middle of the driving range. Good job. That's what we're looking for.